For several reasons, I did one of these on a man named Francis Bacon. In doing so, I discovered another man named Francis Bacon, a painter, who seemed to be worth a bit of study. During which I bumped into Nathaniel Bacon, an unfortunate man who wound up causing more of what he was trying to end, that being serious and severe inequity in the social system. Well, you can't be doing all this work on people named Bacon without at least a nod to Kevin Bacon, the actor who will be remembered with a chuckle for the game or possibly the concept of the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. The game was invented one night in a burst of idleness by 3 college students who were watching the movie Footloose during a snowstorm. Necessity doesn't produce everything. The 3 young men began to speculate on connecting other actors to Kevin Bacon because he had been in so many movies, in so many forgettable roles, in so many different genres, and they began to play the game, hooking him up. It has evolved. Bacon himself at first dismissed it as a kind of mockery, a way of trivializing his career, but he has since come to embrace it and has a charitable website using it. Mathematicians have jumped on board and given everyone a Bacon number, using a formula that calculates exactly anyone's connection to Bacon, starting with himself at 0 and expanding out to direct contact in the cast of a movie, which is a 1, then contact with anyone who has had direct contact, a 2, and so on. The actor with the highest number has an 11. And yes, there are actors with no number at all, who have no connection, however remote, with Kevin Bacon. They float like bits of unattended space junk around his planet. Which begs the question, does anyone connect to everyone? No. Is there anyone with better connectedness than Kevin Bacon? The number crunchers have also developed a number for each performer in Hollywood that establishes their ultimate connectability, the so-called center of Hollywood. On this list, which is very long and somewhat astonishing in its makeup, Kevin Bacon comes in at a surprising 370th. First on the list is Harvey Keitel. As movies are made, of course the list changes, but it has to be noted that because of a snowstorm, a movie, and 3 bored students, a peculiar fame eluded Harvey Keitel and fell on Kevin Bacon. A photographer, I think in Italy, took a picture of an actor and asked that actor if he would ask his actor friends if he would let them take their picture, and so on. In that way, he worked a path to Kevin Bacon, and produced a book of all the pictures of all the actors. It took him a few years to complete the project. He was accepting anyone. In the game, it's the fastest linkage that works. The idea of one person connecting to any other person on the planet by a small number of associations is traced to a story written, I think, by someone in Hungary in 1929. The idea, which is amusing and somewhat counterintuitive, bounced around and gained its highest pitch in a play by John Guare, 6 Degrees of Separation. One of those 3 students must have known his theater. The title of the play was notable because it firmly established the number as 6, and though it is about the links that almost magically unite us, it uses the word separation, and I think that accounts for its durability. Even with the internet, the World Wide Web, the ultimate hookup, I don't think we feel connected. The global village never happened. In these days of the Ebola scare, the only thing that would instantly make this a small world, with each of us connected to others, would be a deadly pandemic. Short of that, I think it's the separation we feel, the isolation, the lack of connection. We do have family still, but the geneticists may relieve us of even that tie, as sex is far too problematic as a means of production, transmitting both disease and flawed genetic material. If family is stripped away, I wonder then how many degrees of separation there will be.